Hi, I'm Sam with Weemo. Just to provide you a little bit of background on Weemo, we abstract the infrastructure layer from the web development layer, so web developers don't have to deal with the infrastructure challenges that are presented by WebRTC. It seems in the last 2 days of being at WebRTC World, there's been an obsession with the number 20. We'd like to talk to you about Weemo and the significance of the number 20. So what does 20 have to do with anything? Paul, our VP of marketing here, hasn't written a line of code, and can get anybody guess how long? 20 years.
20 years.
A presenter, to remain nameless, said we can integrate Weemo into a web app in less than 20 lines of code. And no one seems to believe that we can do this in 20 minutes or less. We recognize we only have 10 minutes, and we're not only going to show you that we can do this, but we're going to give a high-level tutorial on the important elements of the infrastructure. To this, we say challenge accepted. So we would like to introduce you to a website called TaskRabbit. For those of you who haven't heard of TaskRabbit, it's a website where people can find other people near them to help them with tasks. So let's go in and find a handyman in Seattle.
We're not on the screen.
Alrighty, yeah. So TaskRabbit, you can go there to find people near you to help you with tasks. So let's go in and find a handyman in Seattle where Paul lives. After doing a search on handyman in Seattle, Brandon is at the top of the list. As you can see, there's a nice picture of Brandon. It shows that he's done 3 or 4 jobs. He's got about a 5-star review. Do we feel comfortable to hire Brandon? Perhaps. But it'd be nice to talk to Brandon first. So adding a video call button to the site would be nice to learn a little bit more about Brandon's background. And I know we've all seen a lot of video calls given that it's the end of day 2 at WebRTC World. So Paul will demonstrate how easy it is and how fast it is to integrate Weemo video in a website. So take it away, Paul.
All right, so I'm going to try to make up some time here. We duplicated this site. So this is a live site. We duplicated the site. I'm basically gone to the Weemo API. I've copied over a little bit of code, configured it so that I can drop this in 10 lines or less. So I'm basically going to go over here. I am going to tell me I didn't do. You can't hear me? Okay. So basically what I've done is I've gone over to the Weemo API. Wow, we're having lots of audio problems. I'm going to need both hands. And what we've done is basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lines of code that are required to do this, and I'm going to basically move them over into this website. So what I did here was I basically took the invocation of the JavaScript library, the Weemo JavaScript library, put it at the beginning of this website. What I've got is I've got really 3 functions here. One is the button itself, and the other is a function that initiates the call and basically just makes sure that we can connect to the cloud. So I'm going to take that function. It's going to be really nice and hard to do. And I'm going to copy it over. Feel free to entertain them while I'm doing this. Okay, and then the last function that I need to do here is put the button onto the page. Which is this command right here. Can you hear me? All right, so what I've basically done is I've got 3 sections of code. I've got the first line that I pasted in was to invocate the JavaScript library. The second section of code is a function that basically initiates the call, connects to the cloud, and makes sure we got a good cloud connection. And then the last piece of code is basically the button on the page. So when I save this, it will post it to the site. And then if I basically come over here, I see I've got the video call button. And there I've basically got to give access. And if all goes well here, we'll have a call. Okay, here we go. And I am calling Tom, which is out there someplace. So Tom, wave your hand. Okay, now we're going to assume that you guys have all seen video calls today and don't really need to see a lot more at this point. So I'm going to kill this call. And we're going to get back to talking about the infrastructure that enables this. So to help with the infrastructure, we thought we'd take, we would basically take our little Weemo character and we'd help give you an understanding of the infrastructure. So remember, our job is to make it so you don't have to think about the infrastructure. So first thing we'd like to do is we'd like to talk about SIP trunking. Okay, so this is our version of SIP trunking. He's sipping from a trunk. And then stun and turn on ice. You guys still with us? Okay, that's it. Thank you very much. Thanks for being patient with us.